Hey everyone, and welcome! Today we are diving into a personal finance classic that, honestly, is less about boring spreadsheets and way more about a life-changing philosophy. We're going to unpack the core ideas from Your Money or Your Life by Vicki and Joe Dominguez.
So let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you're just on a treadmill? You know, you're working hard, you're making a pretty decent income, but you're just not really getting ahead? Or maybe it feels like your most precious resource, your time, is just constantly slipping through your fingers.
Well, if any of that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. The authors of this book actually have a name for this exact feeling. They call it the money trap, and it's this cycle that so many of us fall into without even realizing what's happening.
So what is this trap? It's this relentless cycle of work, spend, repeat, right? We earn money so we can buy things, which means we have to work more to earn more, often to buy even more things that we hope will make us happy. And the result? We just end up feeling kind of unfulfilled despite all that hard work.
Okay, so how do you actually get out of the trap? Well, the book proposes a pretty radical mindset shift, and it all starts with this incredibly powerful concept. See, this isn't about budgeting harder. It's about completely rethinking what money is in the first place.
And this is the core idea that changes absolutely everything. The book asks you to stop seeing money as just dollars and cents, and instead see it for what it truly represents, your life energy. It is literally the hours of your one, finite, precious life that you are trading for every single paycheck.
And when you look at it this way, the difference in perspective is huge. The old view is purely transactional. Work more, earn more. Simple. But this new view, it just transforms the entire equation. Suddenly, the goal isn't just to pile up more cash. It's to become incredibly intentional, incredibly wise with how you spend your life energy.
Which leads us to the central question of this entire philosophy. Every single time you pull out your credit card, you're not just spending money, you're spending a piece of your life. And that forces you to ask this gut check question. Is this purchase really worth it?
Now, this all sounds great in theory, right? But this is not just some philosophical exercise. The book gives you a very practical, step-by-step program to help you put this new mindset into action and gain some real, tangible clarity over your finances and your life.
Okay, so while the book outlines 9 steps, these 4 are really the foundation. First, you track every single cent, not to judge yourself, but just to build awareness. Then, you calculate your real hourly wage, factoring in things like your commute, work clothes, and all that stress to see what your time is truly worth. The wall chart is awesome. It makes your progress visual and super motivating. And that all leads you to the most important part,
which is this question you ask about everything you buy. Not, hey, can I afford it? But rather, was this worth the hours of my life I had to trade for it? Just that one single shift in thinking can fundamentally change your spending habits forever. And the best part, no strict budgets required. And that's because this entire process is about so much more than just saving a few bucks. It's about totally redefining what it means to be wealthy. It's a path toward a whole different kind of richness in your life.
See, the ultimate goal here isn't about deprivation, it's about liberation. It's about making conscious choices instead of just mindless ones. For a lot of people, this actually leads them to pursue financial independence, or FI, which is just having enough income from your investments to cover your expenses without ever needing to work again. It's the ultimate way to break that cycle and finally align how you spend your days with what you truly value.
Which brings us all the way back to the title of the book itself. You know, it's not just a catchy phrase. It is a genuine choice that this philosophy puts right in front of you, every single day.
The core of the choice really comes down to this simple truth. Money is a renewable resource. You can lose it, and you can always make more of it. But time, once an hour is spent, it is gone forever. It is your most precious, non-renewable asset.
So, the final question is the one the title asks you directly. By reframing money as your life energy, you start to realize that you're making this choice with every single dollar you earn and every dollar you spend. So, what are you going to choose?